Hi Aries, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this popped up in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, which I haven't even chosen yet, then this is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot and see what Spirit has. Got some worry going on, some stress going on here. So be sure and like the video. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so, but definitely subscribe if you like the messages. All of your interactions really help my channel to grow, and I very much appreciate that, but it also pushes the videos out for others to see as well. So I thank you 100 times for that. If it wasn't for viewers, I wouldn't be able to grow. So I really appreciate you guys. On the bottom of the deck, we had that Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is about like a mental prison, right? Kind of like trapped or stuck in your thoughts and really needing to, sorry about that, I messed up my cloth. Really needing to free yourself from thought patterns or holding yourself back here, right? So this can be, in regards to any situation that you're going through at this time, it's just kind of holding yourself in a thought pattern that's keeping you stuck and it's not allowing you to really move forward or take any type of action here. And I feel like you're just kind of feeling restricted at this time. So the situation is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about surrendering, right? This is about being at a pause. So this person is literally suspended in the air upside down here, right? So things could feel like they are at a standstill, like things are at a pause and not moving forward. And that could be what, you're kind of stressed out about here because you feel stuck or trapped in a situation. So the Hanged Man is a temporary pause and being suspended upside down so that you can see things from a different perspective, right? So he's upside down because he's going to see the world from a completely different angle. And it's needing to see situations, lessons, certain circumstances from a different point of view so that you can move forward in a different way or just see them in a different light, right? This could also be about feeling like very impatient, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. So the blockage here is the Moon. And the Moon card is, this is things like underneath the surface. This is kind of, trusting your intuition. This is about like your dreams and like those things that are kind of hidden in the shadows, right? So this could be about like things coming to light, but it's also kind of needing to acknowledge a truth or a resistance and looking deeper into your intuition, right? And then kind of overcoming some sort of self-deception here. Because, when you trust your intuition, that's going to help move you forward. That's going to help gauge things. So I feel like you've been put at a pause because you've kind of been worried about a situation or you're kind of stuck in your thoughts. Again, keeping yourself stuck in some kind of thought pattern or way of being. And this is you needing to really trust your intuition and not let your fears get the better of you. Because the Moon can very much be about our fears too, right? So the root cause of this is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. This is about that reciprocity, right? So you giving as much as you are taking and vice versa, right? Like making sure others are giving to you as much as you are giving to them. So this can be about you like maybe over giving to certain situations or really, being open to that prosperity flowing into your life, right? Because the opposite of this, like the reverse can be like that generosity with like strings attached, right? I have a saying for it, but I don't know if YouTube will let me use it, so we're not going to use that one. So it's like that, again, that reciprocity, right? Things are not equal. Things have not been balanced here, right? Because he does have the scales. So it's about things needing to be balanced, and again, you not over giving to situations. So maybe there was something that you were over giving to, and spirit has kind of put you at a pause, or you're kind of worried about this and you're putting all of your thoughts into all of your thoughts and energy into something, and it's causing you a lot of stress, right? So again, with that strings attached type of energy, just make sure that you are giving um, to things that you are receiving from, but also that you're not giving them, for example, right? Like you're not giving somebody money in hopes that you're going to get something out of it, right? I just feel like there is a need to kind of balance and make sure that there is an equal give and take in any situation. This could be about work. This can be about relationships. This can be family, right? Whatever the situation is for you that you feel like you're stuck or at a pause in. And it is because you need to be able to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you're not seeing that you are putting in too much energy, or maybe you're not seeing that you're being taken advantage of here. So, in the recent past, what we are leaving behind here, we have the world. And the world is about a completion of a cycle, right? This is some kind of successful completion and then reaping the rewards from that. So, this could be a spiritual lesson that you are learning about equal give and take, right? This could be about you needing to free yourself from situations that you are trapping yourself in, right? There's always a solution to every problem. Sometimes it's very hard to see, and I've been there myself, right? But with the world card, this is about this completion and then a new beginning coming in after that. And you really kind of realizing all of the hard work that you've put in and seeing that there is a new cycle trying to start here, right? So I always see the world like this circle as like a portal, and she's kind of stepping through that portal into a new cycle. So I feel like this is a cycle that's trying to end here, and you're just needing to, see it from a different perspective. So the message from your higher self or from your guides is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, right? Happiness, joy. Again, with this fulfillment, we had that on that world card. And this is about, so it's like happy family, happy, like the perfect job, right? Whatever your ultimate wish fulfillment is that's what the focus is here. So, with the Ten of Cups, they are up here in the air, and these people are like manifesting to bring those down. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to really focus on your wish fulfillment, focus on what it is that you want to bring down to the 3D, right? This can also be about like family, like long-standing family issues and things getting resolved. And I feel like it's going to kind of bring people closer together, or it could just be the end of a cycle of you over giving to family, right? And this could be a spouse, this could be your parents, this could be a brother, sister, cousin, right? Whatever it is, because this does involve family. The Ten of Cups is very much like a family oriented card. And that emotional fulfillment looks different to everyone, and especially at different stages of life. You just have to consider what that means for you. And it could also be a community, right? It doesn't have to be blood family, whatever you consider your family, I feel like is the main focus here. In the immediate future, we have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, again, is the ending of a very painful cycle. So there is something that is coming to a conclusion, and then there is healing coming in, right? Because the 10 means like you've been through the worst of it, and now it's time to move forward and move on from things and completing that cycle and then having a whole new beginning. Because there is a new beginning with each ending. And I just feel like there could have been like a karmic cycle that you are completing in regards to family or something that has been repeating, right? And I feel like maybe you're the one that's breaking this cycle here. And it could be like a family, again, like a tradition, or it could be something that has happened in like lifetimes, right? It doesn't even have to be just this lifetime. It's like that generational curse breaker type of energy, but there's definitely the ending of a karmic cycle and then a moving ahead, right? Because that's going to create space for that new thing to come in here. Because you have in the past and in the future We have the ending of a cycle and the ending of a cycle. So very much moving into like a newer energy. So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is about being open to new opportunities, right? So pages are like that younger, fresh energy, right? It doesn't mean that you're young. It just means that like it's like a new energy or like a fresh new energy coming in here for you. And you may feel like renewed, right? Like you may feel open to new emotional experiences because the cups are about our emotions. So you could be feeling very expressive at this time, like you want to express yourself emotionally. And that could be like the cycle that you're breaking here. Maybe you didn't speak up before. Maybe you were, putting in all this hard work, or you were pouring all of your energy into something. And now you're just kind of speaking your emotions here, right? And really expressing your feelings. It's also about being open to intuitive messages. So you may have like been getting like intuitive nudges that it's time for you to maybe speak your truth. So in your environment, what is influencing the situation? We have the Devil card. So the Devil can be about toxicity, right? This can be negative thought patterns. This could be controlling behaviors, restricting behaviors, right? Feeling trapped, feeling stuck. Again, with that Eight of Swords over here. So that could be going on in your environment, or this could be about liberation and freedom, right? Because both of these cards are about freeing yourself from that mental prison, and then freeing yourself from feeling trapped or feeling stuck in unhealthy situations. And that can be, a family dynamic. That can, again, be your thought patterns. And now you're focusing more on your happiness. It will be different for each of you. So maybe some of you are in a family dynamic where it is unhealthy and this is you freeing yourself. Some of you, this could just be a thought pattern. And now you're focusing more on happiness and joy and bringing more of that into your life and balancing things out, right? Especially if you've been, worried or stuck in negative thought patterns, self-sabotaging type of behaviors. Now you're moving into more happiness and joy, right? So I definitely feel like this is some kind of, if you have been in a toxicity, this is you freeing yourself. Because we have the World and the Ten of Swords are both endings. And then with the Eight of Swords and the Devil, those are both about feeling stuck and feeling trapped. But with these endings, I feel like you're liberating yourself from that. You're freeing yourself from holding yourself back, or letting a toxic situation hold you back, right? So in your hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about building something stable and grounded, right? So pentacles are earth energy. They are grounded, stable. This could be about money. This could just be you getting emotionally stable, right? Whatever it is that you've been focusing on. So this is like long-term abundance, long-term stable energy, right? So maybe building money, resources, maybe building on a relationship, right? Just whatever you consider that steady stability is. And then this is about building over time, right? So this isn't something that's going to be fleeting. It is slow moving energy. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but because Pentacles are the slowest moving energy, but this is grounded and stable. So it's something that's going to last for a very long time. So yes, it's not going to come in super fast, but it's not going to leave very quickly either, right? So this is going to be something very grounded and stable. And on the fear side of that, you could be fearing that the things are going to move very, very slowly, or that things are not going to move as quickly as you would like. And sometimes that's just, the way we have to go through things. We have to end one lesson before we can move into another cycle, right? So you could be fearing this hangman energy because you felt stuck and stagnant. You may be fearing that you're going to be stuck in that, but I don't feel like you're going to, right? You always come out of a cycle. It's just acknowledging it and accepting the lesson and then moving forward. So the potential outcome is the Ten of Pentacles, and I absolutely love that. So the Ten of Pentacles is about stability, family, generational wealth, building a legacy, maybe getting an inheritance, right? Like if this has been a situation with a family, maybe this is about you finally getting an inheritance here. But it's also like about traditions, right? So this could be about you breaking with tradition, especially if this has been a toxic pattern. And that can be, like we've always done it this way. We're going to continue to do it that way, right? Like that kind of tradition. Or, your dad worked a 9 to 5 for 35 years and retired from that company. And that's just been a tradition in your family. And now you're kind of breaking with that tradition, right? On the bottom of the deck, we had justice, which is like truth and like karma balancing. So I feel like maybe again with your expressing your feelings and speaking your truth. I don't always look at the bottom of the deck, but for some reason it was sitting here and my intuition told me to pick it up. So again, you have that balance, that scale, and then this is the sword of truth. So this is about you speaking your truth and maybe even breaking with traditions, right? Patterns that your family has always again gone along with. But I feel like that's going to bring stability. That's going to bring this legacy, right? And this long-term stability. That's a really interesting outcome for you. I feel like you're breaking with some kind of tradition or some way that you've always done something, right? It doesn't even have to be a family tradition. If this doesn't involve family, this is just something that you've always like some kind of belief that you felt like you always had to do something one way, and now you're breaking with that. Maybe doing things in a different way, seeing things differently as far as stability, right? Like if you, again, going back to your father working a 9 to 5, maybe you're starting your own business, right? Or doing your own thing. And there's just this break with seeing stability from a different perspective, right? Maybe that's why you've been kind of stalled or, put on a pause here so that you could see it from a different angle, so that you can see stability from a different angle, right? Because with the Six of Pentacles here, this is about receiving and being open to like the way you receive money and the way you receive resources here, right? So this could be like a new cycle of how you earn your money, or a new cycle of the way you see stability and money, right? Or resources, all of the above. That's really interesting. I really love that. And I feel like you're open to it, right? Open to new opportunities, open to your intuition, right? If this isn't about family, and that could be like a family thing, breaking family patterns in money, breaking family like traditional ways of doing things, and now you're going to be doing it differently. So I love that reading for you. I think that's really interesting. Definitely breaking some patterns here, ending some cycles. I think it's just a matter of getting out of your head, right? Like you're not stuck. You're paused for a reason. I know that it feels like it's taking forever. Trust me, I've been in those situations myself. Very tough cycles to end, but I feel like it's going to lead you to a whole new way of being, a new way of seeing stability and being open to trusting your intuition in situations moving forward. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.